Eric Keller here with Enthusiast Auto Group. We are driving a 93 E34 M5. It's out on its inaugural test drive now that we have completed the EAG trademarked rejuvenation program. This is one of the nicest E34 M5s left in North America. It drives fantastic. It's got a great story. We got very close to buying this car about a decade ago. I went through a lot of that storyline in a previous video right when this car arrived. And definitely among the nicest E34 M5s we've ever sourced, and this far removed from new now. It's at 26 years. It has survived very, very well. It is the final year for the North American spec, 3.6 liter, 1 year only color in the new yellow red. And the previous owner has done some cool updates to kind of bring it towards a tribute of the 20 Jahre M5 that was a European spec model. This is the Mugello red, which all of the 20 Jahres were. They came with these red seat belts, and the power on this car is a little bit hopped up from the US spec. It has some choice dynon upgrades that bring the output pretty close to that 340 horsepower that the 3.8, excuse me, S38, B38 would put out in the European engine. We have had a really great relationship with a lot of E34 M5s, but not enough of them. They're really, really hard to find in condition that passes our very stringent quality control standards. So for the majority of them that are offered to us, unfortunately, we have to sit on the sidelines and just be patient. This was a real treat when the previous owner, who had us do a PPI on the car a little over a decade ago, called us up and said, hey, you want to buy that car that you guys almost bought a long time ago? And I'm like, tell us more. And we did our review and went through everything since then, given that it had been quite a long time since we'd seen the car. Everything checked out. He did a great job. He added, say, 20,000 miles, pretty close to it. Right now it's just right there in the mid 45,000 mile range. The car is definitely one that can be used and driven and enjoyed. It's got enough miles on it that you can add some miles and not have too much concern about decreasing the value. It's got a low enough mileage, though, that you certainly can benefit from the preservation and the care that the previous owners have invested in this thing. It is certainly a treat to drive and very, very tight. We're going to go through, I'm going to do maybe 20 or 30 shakedown miles and create a list of any of the little nuanced little things. The alignment isn't quite to my standard, so I'm going to make sure we check the alignment again. And we want to maybe put another bulb in the OBC. It's a little bit dim. Just little stuff. And those type of things are what separates the EAG cars from the rest. The car will go in and out of the workshop 3, 4, 5 times from the time it arrives to the time it departs. And that attention to detail and changing all those little tiny things that most people wouldn't notice until they've owned the car for a couple weeks or a couple months. And that's the EAG difference. And we are not the most, we're not the cheapest company to buy an M car from, but we are the cheapest to own one of these M cars from, given the amount of investment and due diligence that goes into the program, starting with which cars to buy, which cars pass our standards and are good enough to invest in, knowing that when they go in the workshop, it's an open checkbook. Anything that those cars need, we're going to invest into them so that the reputation is upheld. And every step of the way, we want to make sure that these cars are leaving our shop in turnkey, needs nothing condition. And that's what we're known for. And so we definitely are excited to bring this one to market. It's one that we've done virtually 90-95% of the Rejuve work to now prior to coming to market for the first time. So we've completed our photo studio session as of just last night, and do our shakedown miles and drives. And then here in just a couple short days or weeks, once the next caretaker has raised their hand and put their name on the car, it'll go through another 1 to 2 week process called our post-sale inspection program. And that's really where we earn our stripes and put a lot of time and effort and energy just going that extra mile. We call those the extra mile services. And that's when we're just making sure we've got all the small things that are remaining. I mean, making sure that every one of the 4 original keys that I hear over here are accounted for and intact. And yeah, we There's the valet key, the master key, another master key, the remote. Here's even the original key tag from when it was delivered new, in addition to the master and the extra fob remote that's in the ignition now. Again, those details really matter. We've got a really great, like, 4-inch service binder in the trunk of this car. We've got all of the original takeoff parts that were replaced with the dining goodies on the suspension and cam gear and stock chip. We have, I think almost everything back to brand new in '93, which, again, is the separating factor between the stuff that we were comfortable investing in and the rest. So if you have interest in this car, definitely reach out to us. We'd love to have a conversation, share the data file. I think we're somewhere around 250 detailed photos of the car. We've just completed a full week-long 7-step paint correction. I want to say Wes had somewhere in the neighborhood of 60 to 70 hours taking this paint from original condition to near new finish again, and the amount of swirls and imperfections that he's removed. And then 3 layers of ceramic coating. That's going to protect that work for a very, very long time and ensure that the next owner can maintain and care for the car really easily. That ceramic coating is just awesome stuff. And then if there is any fallout or anything that gets on the car, we've protected the original. And this is single stage paint, 93 model, Mugello red color code. It's single stage. I did not know that, actually. And that's a lot harder to work with than modern dual stage paint when you're doing a really deep correction, because the risk is very real to burn the paint and forever irreversibly change the condition of that car. Now we've got to repaint stuff, and they are only original once, and embracing that originality from a preservation approach, that is what EAG's always been about. And we're very, very excited to put our name and our brand on this exceptional car, and looking forward to finding a fantastic home for it here in the near future. So again, if you have interest, please reach out. Happy to share the data file and compression test, undercarriage photos. We take pictures of the gauge hanging out of each of the cylinders. I mean, it doesn't get more verified than that. Thanks for tuning in. Do stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more content as we grow and have some more fun. Spring is near. Spring fever has absolutely caught already. We've been selling cars just about as fast as we can get them processed and through the program, which is just great to see. And the feedback from these guys getting the cars is the best we've ever received, because we're doing the best job we've ever done in the history of our company now, going into our 20th year. So again, if you have interest, call us. We'd love to have a conversation, and appreciate everybody tuning in and the support over the years. Lots more cool, fun content to come. This is the best job we could ever have dreamed up a long time ago, and very, very proud to be surrounded with such a great team. So thanks. See ya.